Good morning, boys. Now we're reviewing what we did yesterday. Remember, we started area and we said that area is the total distance covered. We're not talking about the part outside here. This is perimeter. We're talking about area. All right? And we also said that when we look at area and try to cover a space, the best shape that can cover a space are squares. All the other shapes would leave spaces. So the best shape to cover area or to measure area would be squares. All right? That's why we use squares. We don't use the other shapes. Okay? All right. We also review that the squares can be in different sizes. They don't have to be in the same size. That's what I tell you. You see big tiles, you see medium-sized tiles, you see large tiles. All right? You see all different sizes of tiles. So you see all different types of squares. Now we're going back to the sheet that we did yesterday. Remember, we had the sheet with the squares. So we're doing two things with this today. First, we're going to add the squares. We're going to add the squares. And then when we finish add the squares, then we're going to multiply the squares and see if we get the same answer. Right? So we're going to add to find the area, and we're going to multiply and see if we get the same thing. So let's add. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So the area here is 16 squares. Let's put squares for that. 16 squares. Right? If we look here now, we have 4 squares going this way and we have 4 squares going that way. If we multiply that, we multiply 4 multiplied by 4, what do we get? We get 16 squares. Let's move on to our next one. Let's do this one here. Let's add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So area here equal to 10 squares when we add, right? Let's multiply. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 going this way and we have 1, 2 going this way. So we multiplying 5 by 2. 5 2's equal to 10 squares. Let's try our next one. Let's try this one here. We're going to write the information here because it can't fit here, right? Let's go. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this one is, the area for that is 12 squares. Let's multiply. So we're multiplying this side, the number of squares have on this side by the number of squares on this side. We're just doing it we're not doing it right or wrong, only 2 sides we're doing, right? So 4 multiplied by 3. 4 multiplied by 3, or 3 multiplied by 4 equal to 12. Let's do this one. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 squares. So this area here is equal to 25 squares. If we multiply this side by this side, this is 5 5's. 5 multiplied by 5 gives us 25 squares. So you realize we are getting the same answer. Let's do this one here. We have 1, 2, 3. So the area here is 3 equal to 3 squares. And let's multiply. 3 by 1. 3 multiplied by 1 gives us what? 3 squares. Let's do this one here. Add. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So area here is 9. 9 squares. And let's multiply. 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. Let's do this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares. Let's multiply. 3 multiplied by 2. 3 multiplied by 2 equal to 6 squares. So another way of counting these squares is seeing you count the number of squares on two sides. You count 1, 2. On like the rectangle, you have to count one long side and one short side. You can't count the two long sides. The rectangles, one short side, one long side. But this square, you're doing one side by one side because all the sides are equal. So today what we're going to be doing, we're going to be doing the two. You're going to add. I'm going to send a worksheet for you. First you're going to add and see how much you get, and then you're going to multiply because I put in the numbers and see if you get the same answer. So you're going to have two answers. You're going to have one where you added the squares and one where you multiply the side by the side. Okay? So this way I want to see if you're getting the same answer with all of the squares. Sorry, all of the squares and rectangles. Thank you, boys.